using a maybe not DMCA friendly playlist, it's I use this, but then after an hour, it's like, oh, here's some tracks based on this. Like, okay, so you just don't tell me that you're possibly gonna give me a DMCA cease and desist? Like, thanks, Spotify. Um, all right, so we're gonna start now. I introduced it. It was the closest thing to a teacher I've been in months. Oh well.
Reviewing Pastive and Adams from Swerve of Shore to Bend of Bay brings us by a commodious vicus of recirculation back to Alf Castle and environs. Sir Tristram, Bylord Damors, far over the short sea, head passing Corby arrived from North Armorica on this side the scraggy isthmus of York Minor to wield to fight his Peninsulate war. Nor had topsails rocks by the stream Ocony exaggerated themselves to Lawrence County's Gorgios, while they went doubling their month all the time. Nor a voice from a fire bellows missy the toft off the RP trick. Not yet, but very soon after. Had a kid's kid buttoned into bland old Isaac. Not yet. All's fair in Venacy. Associate sisters rough with you, Nat and Joe. Rather pack up Pasmal to Jayhem Shin brewed by Arclight and Rory Ed to the Reginbra was to be seen ring some on the aquaface. The full Baba battle gar attack, I mean our uncan Brunton or Vonchunt and Troveran and Sconchu Hordnant and Knock. Of a once Wall Street told Paris retailed early in bed and later on life down through all Christian minstrelsy. The great fall of the awful entailed at such short notice the PFTJ shooter Finnegain, a solid man, that the Humpty head of himself promptly sends an enquiring one world to the west in quest of his Tumtoes. And there often Pike Point on places at the knockout in the park where oranges have been laid to rust upon the green since Devlin's first loved living. What clashes here, wolves, Jen wants? Oyster gods gagging fishy gods. Brack-a-cack-a-cack-a-cack-ack. Cokes. You all. Quewo, where the Badalery's partisans are still out to Master Malachus, migraines and the verdants catapulting the cannibalistics out of the way to boys a footy head. Sigates and boomering drums. Swords brood, be me fear. Sanglorians, save. Arms ape you with lords, appalling. Killy. At all. What chance cuddlies, what casual's head and ventilated. What by dime to of singews by what tego tap solvers. What true feeling furthers hair with what strong voice of false Jacob. Oh, here, how huff sprout met the dust of father of fornicationists, but oh my shining stars and body. How have fain spend most high heaven the sky sign of soft advertisement. But was I sat, air were sewers, yokes of old now they lie in Peat Elms leap where asks lay. Fall if you but will, rise you must. And not so soon either shall the foss for the nuns come to a set down secular phonish. By Mr. Finnegan of the stuttering hand, Freeman's Maura lived in the broadest way imaginable in his rushlet too far back for mess wages before Joshua and judges had given us numbers or Helveticus committed Deuteronomy one yesterday sternly struck his teeth in a tub for to watch the future of his fates but ere he swiftly stuck it out again by the might of Moses. The very what was evaporated and all the Genesis had met their exodus so that ought to show you what a pension Lucci chap he was. And during mighty odd years, this man of hod, cement and edifices and topers, for pile build dung supper, build dung upon the banks for the livers by the so. He had a little fiffy and he had the little craver, with her hair and horns talk up your part in her. Off wild balbulous, mither head, with goodly trowling grasp and ivory overalls which he habitacularly fonced. Like hair on childeric egg everth you would caligulate by multiplica bless the altitude and multitude until he seesaw by neat light of the liquor wherein 'twas born. His round-head staple of other days to rise and undress masonry upstand and joy granted. A walworth of a skyscape of most Eiffel Hoyth and
Down.
Towerly, arrogating from next to nothing and self-escalating animals and all. Harakited to the poftical, with a burning bush above off its bauble top, and with larens of tulips clittering up and tumults abogats clattering down. Of the first was he to bear arms and a name, Wasali Bursliak of recent Jebog, his crest of heraldry invert, with anselors, trobant, argent, a hagoak, pursuivant, horrid, horned, his scutcheon fast, with archers strong, Alio of Crastolazet stone, top hole with his waist, mouthful, which just so symboliciously synchro, news as to seem syndialmological, as one as hath her door, may see still by tuberose and seized banks that there does be a most suitable turfo tardo Benjamin. One yesterday sternly struck his teeth in a tupfer to act the future of his fates, but ere he swiftly stuck it out again by mighty Moses, the very water was evaporated, and all the Genesis had met their exodus out that ought to show you what a pensionergy chap he was. Off 12 Balbulus, mitherhead, with goodly trowel and grasp, and Ivorald overalls which he habitacularly fancied. Like Haran Childrick Egbert, he would caligulate by multiplicables the altitude and multitude until he ceased all by neat like of the liquor wherewith 'twas born his roundhead staple of other days to rise and undress masonry upstand a joy granted, a walworth of a scarce scape, of most Eiffel Hoyth and Towerly, arrogating from next to nothing and self-escalating hummels and all, Arakite dipped a ploftical, with a burning bush above off its bauble top 135. Such as remarkably genuinely ancient was for Beal intents you purposed, whereby your else will you vow to rule, and guide us till death do us part. Willing bodily whatever somewheres from Sergeant Larry Kinsell.
Damn it.
Surviving Gameo hell with his ducks cursed deed when playing the messenger, so too was never more piously impressed than by those sobriquets he loved light. Wilshire shelfered with unfake testamentary and titales. From our holocaustic soulman melting somebody, solely none else placed or displaced or other whereabout. Howbeit it appeared not on his list. Sooty metallurgical dustbin from Drumcondry, U, B, C, Dumisel, Stoshishu for Megaloisius, shore inflections, more obviously made like Maximus Bridges for Coriolana, one supposed probably rightly enough and harping colored. Hoardings they had cut down grinding away privately with the finder friendlier iatrogenic use days for sumas 2, 5. But that is what Papa is made of. Pass squarely cut in self-evident machine bedrock, and was Garu shallow. He've opened up your ribcage umbrella. Lord help you, let that lead. Pig sticks firing. Strangways halting. Ben! Screech! Don't shoot a clump. Blonde blood bleeded and run danger, but it was worth it. Gus went bristling back down my whole lengths past them by Jacob's nub, sorrow pill, while skullgum, muddled heart, such a warm on about her offer. The lassivine. Fancy how would you spare about the larks of it? The woe while King Leary is Latonia Max to General Monk's Hedges Winchester hoops through which Major Charles blazed his Tolkien Creer poacher. How do you bore like me? Till Bullet Clubber Burley did after from regiment somewhat aside, or was he on the scent of a new made barbar? What? 3:15. Burn white over all our foodie fifth watery region and whacked over ether. From bass to baritone. Every wenchwords of thumbs once flashes loudish, I'm told, or logic mixed meteologic, localized pastrosities with many med-ups. Spots. And 'tis in fully symbols that our fates are shapen. There'll be salmons just waiting with tic-tacs too. During light zones, so look to your earth, it's bold. Illusions will find themselves or show themselviums in their sundered sexes juxtapumping away. with stinkers at Rotterdam, Stodges at Saarbrücken, Rottwasser at Stratford, at Tebble, with all them old towns overboard for water, side workers and ringgrain round garden for choice from Jacob. It must have been Gardiner he dreamt it was, for then again it might as easily have been that great grandson of Mousage, and he was as cramful of grace notes as a puss cat us up playing Richard Whittingtoner, and his cauldron up bucking the buskin, not forgetting a mugger agger grabbled him on and don danger will wobbling all over murking grass, any old coughing nasker what brings nice makes cattleman tit. The grandest sociologist ever drank horse a crab crack, drip drop, skibble, umbrella, big nicknick, but he never went to town in two brows. China Ivan Morty, pria multiversely applaud, priorly post humor utility, products with a pilferage, because after good King Edward Cullall when they were all in Clincy's, when I was not barely old like powwow. And gin, I seen a flitting like the stores. Mick said a trick attack, but making me, and as I was uplifting on your farfagerd exioms, I fell back with my Celsi standards at the CRT of Hennieview for repairs, to behind through the 4 or 5 windratch psychiatrists was sufficient on my water side. 5:35. Gallically self is, he is the form formicular, forming by day and night, and while you pass this way out of that, here's some traps to catch you first. He'll be middling gradius in an hour or so. Wished. Come, we are going. One's upon a time and two's behind their lettuce, sleep and three's among the strawberry beds. Wished. Come, we are going. And all aboard after hertifications massin' first. For many miles of earth. Gang horse now maybe, but mark me how green it springs again. So they sought with thimbles and with forks to bail out into toll, and buckets hold them tight. All for tiny sake of an archideptitious stink from Winwing to O.S. Lubalicious wivelet parcels. Arabs collect simerations. All citizens all hot, sweet sour makes pickles, comebs holly pepper, you make a wish pundit. We've lost it 1 shilling to our little house, white spread abouts, reds our enemies, 1 clean turkeys, shupa blues at pullets laying low greys, handing down roads, go away greasies, wishes blown by windows, royal queen, floppy bells, guard keep England, soccers along, bubble Bridget Bill Blue, Strumston, Strumnibble Major. On her bone knees is gallant Sir Arthur. After taking the grave matter into those gentle artfuller hands, she swore by her figgins, how if he had been still there, how she would have amended them. And ho, wasn't she Maggie's only till she married Maggie, and if never more unfaithful, Fulvius such fall acute destiny should sepul any who curse Kashgari, Kasim, Cursum, a Trodu find. See him, who I am brought up. Milk and onions. Up himself is a wife's land. Altar slashers per tempor. He's an aeronaut, and he's a great big bliff. Wheel wall wheel woof. Harold though his roofies shook o'er his jukes. Will be the masker on the night of making tomati as Buddy Morgan, this leaf-taking curry away new stomach, bally with me. Singabob snickering chew. Salmon in that man! Who did I live? And in what nation? By whom do you know me? Is I from Boston, ex-Suffolk caller, and its name is not known. In that connection, for we are fed up out of it. Right rank Ragnar rocks, and with these rocks oaring the tangos wrangled rough and rumble. We shall, long way to Tipperary, so for sure she's left her borrings down some place of green, gone for it. As Peter Plump well knows, after knock men are up a gun and round one soon evening somewhere Sunday or another, either at time or tumbling, other how round about midnight morrow, catch as catchkin in the country of Kilbride, car polished have been by Cullens for night our 4 lovers were jet, so as not severally swear by their 7 honours in hand which he from every post. When fellow and it props approves his fellow peach, he wanted him upon the thief for us until's now filed by Fidge, Fudge and Broders Brustian, which is syllogizing since hat plows of salve stuff to such various innocent sovereigns. Now their nine hearty Gilderkins are gone, plodding drop us God's Devodorcas to the nearest screaming picture. Poor old tent to terrace on Ted's septic can't make Alice meet. Look little out their eggs. And you skeletons, skelkolk shinnox, ascripicassus bumpus skycladits, will 4 lakhs, ne'er lack lead. 7. 35. Love through the usual channels cabled here and there. Sheriff Clancy Macbeth put adequate Billy Burns under arrest, and where any of the Tristaning's occupier was sold by itself with Ireledge Terran and Devi if he did not produce more in her purse but what could be his plural. A camel's back for personnel. So growing up from ground, after making a lick of the shy, he knuckled down to give everybody the value of his service. Quick crack, chirk, chirk. You not follow those bellowed wolf hollows with a blue moosey four-footer and bowling? As I know, and you know yourself better than awesome. What price that celebrated skin painter mass Walworth saw his brushes with Marcella off him go right enough just by 6:30, but Henry reveres 2 houses of what is Edgeworth. Oreen Doried, and it's so cute oft. It is skin as a possible. Along now, oh Husseyford to Cradles. A shootable side shoal, she was our auntie dearest Danny still. Her dapple prank procurred charger while old Jarl Van, who had his heart's desire like hot cakey pie. He would pig stick pillow woman well as any Cossack Polak. No odds with cheeks on flame, we love her still. Salty zeller air and reverend older lumming ironmongers were at first naturally affrighted over Foss Haney was thoroughly persuaded by Porter Percival that their prickly tempers would find an Ulster soldier bacon beef 3 dozen agates, no works of art in particular, however meritorious from damned sotten suckers might colour up near Thornton's courtyard. Pushcat on a Pelsimato, for my pet dropling is about to come. I damn them fushy gal scan. So cross your heart one fate for me. Your dadder make her life be mine. How many ladies have recurred to well-known Planet House through little windows? 9. 35. 4 for full cussin' regard we dead. We who are born inside us. The man we have led between us here has been no flawed, immobile dummy or blindman to this town hall's curse which brought him down, low like 1,000 tacks spread loose on a great bungerattle battle a did don't doff both hats till thou haste climb above to ride around ere you boost higher eating wind and linkman mine linkman only pleaska be press litter on wishes at 11. 15 a.m. Yesterday to whom it probable concerned, whose hath soaketh fonts for board and findeth sitch that the fashion of his countenance of face is changed. And let it be James, Thistleforth, who shall be always a dying, yet never bait, neither man nor till now woman too shall thy uncivil hopes comport with all the unsteady promises his majesty has made to thee. The Melamenum hath given barrelos ashes, and they shall become, where their livers were cut up much more closely than ever before such things were even so, as things still are not where love's labours lost. In borrowing on 1 or 2 bottles of good old fizz, and then he wanted that was greatly true, some cold 4M and not of skim milk either, but after sunset, when the twilight first is there 11. 35. She won't work no gave a kind in her turn if she knew better how to mind her uncertain males. The Golda Maid has cuddled some flowy all her 20 peers. Breast shall meet till lights it shed. Winding down moles, Aristu to delirium makes murmurations to your liking. Queenly outreaches roundward, sometimes driving slow trottings. Others rushing upon her runway wrong whiles. And these concerting up their timping turn their duck tunes like your rumba dum, but rum deet. Sing-a-ring-a-lang-a-lang-o mill. Oh, horse! Wasters and moon cursors. By huskless huts near tottering chimneys, dear dirty Duddeberg threatened with end of steel from on highest flown away in great part through the keyholings for fear those 2 made them cats back again. Now one cannot hear most willfully straight up New Yonk's ways upon our party. And you curious menion said about milking cows, dunch almost soured, and field zane and feces shine prodigious lyrica bitters, word of play she took from table far back, which a friend had since how they wear out in joviality all the bardos ours chickens, let any with spectates with their Ursa Salem stick up, stinks upon hilarious 4 drinks while Shem finish faster, put them down for better fun, too many brooder till goldard. The cow house the hens you pisslin, but it's a horse of another color this. 13, 15. Fa! Yes, faith I am as me led freer, beneath me corthage, bound, sullenly got at a bargain cheap for the sake of the cal of the sock, and then before he'll take her oath and sell it to somebody. Be who on earth again like them? Ever devoting Femoline. The same day after every time after times when I was in my barest entirely way to wasing at the top of empty and heaven bast and having loose at there my choicest blessing for their last miles gate how they the skrinners are taking rises out of sears loads fun pooks on fish at ullers. So now they have made you lost where you made your doest towards your lean kayeth wind trench up poor Horace harriers are saddled about your hatred naggin. How she is schizo. Make Ludi. Laurel asterisk on a stone dilly with apples as a red resetters. Lady jockey capped steeplejack. And stack. Only men are in severing always. Two Manx pretty, but first let us pair off these four like camariers while there comes from warding board with inhaled by one from without that their gobbo could care and awful to such things hidden away in dusty nook so amazing spatulally grinner who. Though 7 up 4 Wilburys to see them woeful pledges, you'll clean, looking down lower, be lying high low, safe long hate speech meeting, water's most improper observers. Only cricketers interknuckled other 10 horny galax heights can there pass remarks 11 when engaged but simply taking place still casual chains fill a fuming between them that miss it accessory before such a number guidebook still. What I would call 12 some sort of hyperthrusipsimian scopisthesia like anyone heaving wholemeal over to setting some quaint test undergrounds. We go spliting one to interlude ourselves barely from backsliding for any obvious crabby looking squirts wobblots Oliver bemused to glow. Formation first thing comes along the septipede quarksome hiss. Ignorant it charms merely a lug such gore. Jotterbag hugs flows much not up to snuff trumpet. Drolly drooping did not do a doilum good 14. 35. These twain are the twins that take home, O Vulgaris. Next thing was he groomed forever roving and pitching his hinder neck shoal muddy musty on factory to the men of horrid huggers. Pah! And hot as soon as the syllabily is kittlenipped in the cauldron is by secret cripping of Pranella Isha Gotesh when sadder wiser, but what does that make it even sir? So they say it's yesterday's today, but saboteur or auxiliary any belonging to her manly old Albaranians walking this. Whereupon our best again to back from either reveling or smoiling appeasement while single-barreled shot jocks. And whom she knows an awful lot anyhow about having a male. Frostbitten. Can shy. Your lease. Fortnetting your lieges this pledge would yeast as sweetly as I bet outhouse not be cleaner lot lips from Islap Willand. Not once or twice, but 3 times. Come on, you wealthy champion for England. Deliver us your opinions, at least we stating how much these identical Murphys have tried to conjure over Sulkin Barja, which other Pharaoh Erdinburgh is for free, which we brought about the sulfur fears down from across bankers. So he marshalizing's carts load off while suckling while cover line in 50. 35. Made her Mary Mercer a cordial mahogany take who glad. Flea unties and teases fettuccine. Timming bound, tempest stained. Nope, 2 slight strings of fresh-shaven furs. Nonsense. He simply had no room to sit down with his egg trusses on him. He kiss after kisser as he went upon nap. Nip, nippy and napunura. One girl greener than another. Soon you better bit bitter by butter, so he's nurse mother how. To milk, buttermilk cheese puller. We had cheese as 2 new eatering over China dressmakers fussed after their fights were foughten. Oh, struth, my lords of dames, how fragile is that subble some will of a Rockizian's job. Come me. Bertie, you anky-panky, if I'd seen your name in the paper before I granted it Uncle Het and Pastipetums, your heart was in the right place. Jonathan. Ever drifting down the most frequented sideways every much so as collecting compliments to my charming girl's great relations to my charming girl's manigrammies. We have just been looking for parrots, but however do not mind up because hundreds else girls kissed 1,000 things on one bare wire. Well, right. Let's hear what science has to say. Pundit the next best kin. What a queer sort of a man. 16, 35. What biddy bad with Bandana. Like Finnegain Leaper. Cracked by high going low spirits. And plotted conceptually, droopsingly, dropping as a bogey. Mara with many and Aurora. And browns the ship again, so ever driest as chaff, minister mancy legs, gambers, and 5 continents, our seafort heaved he hath cut his throat with his tail of scissors. Carlini Nulos, Hester's Alphan, Sapphit, Equilis, or Tiltyard, where Vikings killed ye, turkeys turning tail end up, St. Pateneps, are you Trinity Shandy now, after all of your hot and imperti? The H. Monad Maker was incorrigible, ever first on our man's, or his foamers locked him away for life, intending mercy and round those flippant old flood makers who had devil inside them. Oh, then weary P becomes now heartily poor, when Kish became alive through Abraham. That sometime in some place, other-bred universe enjoyed our half-freedom, time being fully alive enough to look his own mother in the face from where they stood forded and pricket miles apart. Only birds could wield their wild-time flies. Loved Robin Brutus has just come home from Mr. Wallenstein Tin's all-night euchre party, and laugh while they lapped it over each other hotly, harm as a herms away along neath starfnilled heaven, onward valiantly amid butt-headed cakes for railed the floor. In ois super on Bobby and court at twilight after the ordeal till Fanley and Keely to spend our honeymoon in a lovely mountain worthy of Benloy. 1735. Holy Saint Typho. The very Phoenix and Barnon, they ward. Hope, hope. Scop. But every bottle flam could not but fill simply at the first 6 years of your life went on. Meant to be manly, for Erasmus Smith's brother once removed must not go gurgle to bed without making his night prayers to Ladies' Litany, while single-barreled shot jogs don't believe in Bible gun unless you have it done on yourself, sonny. Where you bound for? Something's going wrong here, fella. Got that? So... And furthermore, till finally fortuity flirted and frailty forced all fair chronicolists agreed that one caxa capable, but after this exquisite Venus Mesdames leads soon at night to another mariner can eke out a poky joke was passing away peacefully after plenty funeral pomp under the jeweler's orders for bleeding jowls off him for enlarge his days. No free jollicrum stutterers possibly drying upon her tripping tresses, whereat she had excused us from before and offering up a caucus not nearly fring wreaths with genuinely true love mu, as pining their business brows just as though he had never appeared in Amiens. Lack of jacket-furring toiletries will explain better than could any saucer box or sulky coach whisperer. The governor Jinkle won't stop prating about our dad, yet here's lettering yon bloody peas again. Hi, Sango, lady mine, well, we've lived since both tropes. What curriculums would I peel my wiggers rolled off as well as another waysod furrows laughter pints lumps sloughed through their leaves of speckless heavens by Sir John Sigerson Broadbent's subtle differences may be made till I come marching how when red turns grey bewitching Rossaella Villadoy's voice in the gloaming how proud are its leaf bodes now greening glad unquire screen fast colours too loud few dust spoons full like mamma makes Formosa linotype. And an I'm a 1935 to catch the myriads and myriads of drifting life specks after he died a most horrible death. How he was vertically shot by Sergeant Magro of human patch, and Lily went on as before, having jingled his lute that pop till cow come home, with some shampoo or so, but not one pick-up of Moscow money to bag his head in for to prove with it is circulated along so a sample through neutral rooms how whole the pole becomes purified, but thanks before after yet through the yonks you could if you wished your wall without even getting off a sinking ship the fairest in this side estuaries, shilly chavels. Mere man's mingy moniker makes me muddy mad like anagooges. I will tell Eckies and fibbings, fabblings, false omits, forefoot fakes upon all their lips, like butter on broad scissors smeared with like love. Why fall? Just because there is no way out, or why for their Luxley by all who have ever done gone, turned before in that town coming back with well-having sable fox papered against tint. Hides in close fine suits for murmurties, publickers, et publics, peacolines, and what about them? Not be doing muckalinjo every trick off tires well, where those yours of yesterdays, boys we won't know whomsoever concerns which party parts all their things out boys stole over all to feeding mothers, setting such store on thin warehouses. Dividend, allow putting truth and untruth together. A power perusive at the ram 20, 35. When Nickley tides were caught to grip feming snugglers at strangways on the puddle whence Fan Chase limply cut Doblich Prendergast and Veer Foster. Like any monstrous big most topsoil I've met up here many times since singing off champion scores where Portobello Bray was passed away after making it as if a slain year run on a rejado till they hold him reign over day night. My old fire's words. Like Selfree's libel soders multiplus both ends. Neither side, twain like turnpikes so that Trish Arshins may cry Aship's cup, bray me, if you say so. Mr. Here old see nutting it. All over again for the whole punchin' of punch on of their punchy guy. Think Kirkley X signed for a best Jurassic sticks lights him around her stomach or bikin kin can with down mine looking gated. Mestings, marmile cells, mess of silver pies. All schwan schreitzig tell the cock strut about him. Cabag capok. No men's his matter. He had to see life folly the plaque in the smut. The chap puking his peaceful tight tuppenny dirt. At 12 a penny man with all that's happened since Chinatown, Sackville, Strasbourg became known as Luxlip and Illusion. You say go our own. Hoprost, Conchai. Your lease. For it netting, your lieges this pledge would yeast as sweetly as I bet out house not be cleaner lollips for my salap will end. Not once or twice, but 3 times. Come on, you wealthy champion for England. Deliver us your opinions, at least way stating how much these identical Murphys have tried that Condrover, sulkin barja, which oughta farrow heard in Burways for free, which we brought about us all for fears down from across Bangus. So he mashalizing his carts load off while suckling while cover line in 21, 35. As they warden, welcome ox. If I never forget a remination, let me strike by jubilation my children's doorway. I am a hand lifted and unfortunate post chanterine, like any monstrous bidmost topsoil I've met up here many times since singing off champion scores where Portobello Bray was passed away after making it as if a slim year round on a rigado till they hold him reign over day night. My old fire's words, like Selfree's libel soaked as multiplus both ends. Nether side, twain like turnpike so that Trish Urshins may cry ships cup bray me if you say so. Mr. Herold see nut in it. All over again for the whole punchin' of punch on of their punchy guy. Think Kirkliak signed for a best Jurassic sticks lights him around her stomach or bikin kin. We're both always doing something noisy so. Goyre Goldman makes son and trade wound and love a softery during gupple. Olorums. While they went walkathon poking together around the block clad in their macloaks weighed their fusses out of ourselves from solvent and solid, accosted respectfully by Donkey Dicky THAU who would lift you lisping lurches up to his boho head high some liberty was healing but hoops up Boise who he never tore his eyes from her slits of love which was American matchless militiaman and bristiger like solitaire upon even when robbed of rich house poor leotards. She laughed in loveliness for dress what daffodilly with them being quite taken up with this Sullivan's equitration. The same moderns gather round me gay young fellows do. Any dog's brood may mock him.
Okay. So, it wasn't thrilling like I thought. And apparently I think I repeated the first part. I repeated the second part. I don't know. Maybe it just mimicked it or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna try it again when I have access to a better interface. Because all that was available was temperature and repetition penalty. There's only so much you can do with that. Anyway, that's it today. Good night.